Welcome back, everyone. In the last episode, we had made it to Grand Soren. We had unlocked all the vocations. We got some overpowered gear. Now we are ready to explore the city and rescue Quinna. In this episode, we will be going straight for rescuing Quinna. Let's jump in. Okay. So we are going to be heading back to Cassardus. Let me see something really quick. Hmm. Come on. Okay, so we are going to be heading back to Cassardus. And from there, we are going to make our way to the Witchwood and go through that. It doesn't matter if you go there day or nighttime. But what does matter is if you do the Barnaby's next quest, the Lure of the Abyss, without rescuing Quinna, you will lose that quest forever, and you will be locked out of the Witchwood, I believe. There's a couple quests in there. If you never go there, then it would come to reason you wouldn't unlock that area either, and there's a whole nother quest line in there. Okay, I mentioned some areas are easier to travel at night. Where we're going is one of them. By nighttime, it's a bunch of wolves. By daytime, it's a bunch of bandits. Wonder if I'm wearing the... I want to check my equipment real quick. No, I am not using the DLC weapons. That's just what I wanted to check. I'll put them in a trunk until the very final fight. When we get back, I'll turn on the lantern so we can see. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is go past the encampment, and instead of going straight like we were to Grand Soren, we are going to make a left and go up that trail. Feel free to loot along the way. Again, watch your stamina while running. It looks like my pawn detected something. Had her weapon drawn. Okay, so right here the path splits. Take the left. Now, you can wait until you get a port crystal and bring it with you, because we will have to come back. As you can see, there's wolves. We will have to come back for another quest that we may not, though. It's optional. It's completely up to you if you want to do it. But there's a few quests in this area, and just dropping a crystal there, and later, when we have enough crystals to spare, makes it a little bit easier to travel back and forth. But as you can see, we got ambushed by a whole bunch of wolves. That was an earth-shaking hit. But yeah, you see they just keep coming. Okay, go ahead and loot. As you can see, I only have those two. It's only me and my main pawn. I have lost access to my other pawns. Not really that big of a deal unless you're struggling. It's always a good idea to bring 4 pawns along, though, or 3. That way you have a party of 4 at all times. It just makes the fighting easier. Okay, you can see a boulder at the top of a hill in the distance. You can hit that now. Cause it to roll down premature. Okay, here it comes. Back up. It'll stop at about this tree, I believe. There we go. It definitely would have been good to bring a mage. Just make sure you have plenty of healing items if you're going this way. But most of the enemies we are going to encounter are going to be wolves now. But if it was daytime, it would be pretty much all bandits and then wolf packs. They are a slippery target, so just be careful. If you can knock them over, great. An archer will also be able to take them out pretty good. Oh, there's another one. You see they dodged the attack. There's another wolf. Warriors are powerful, and they will usually kill these things in one hit, but that requires them to be holding still in order to do that, and that's most likely not going to happen with wolf packs. Not unless something like that happens and they grab you. Be careful not to fall off that ledge, or you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, just making sure there's none behind us. Okay, she's still killing away. Yep, there was one. Lurking way back here. It's okay if you knock them down. They'll die to gravity. You might also, but there are Saurians down there, and this is what I meant earlier by mega wolf packs. They just keep coming. They really just keep coming. Okay, we're almost there. Almost. See, he connected with that one. Big time. That was the prehistoric space program, ladies and gentlemen. Just got launched. Okay, as you can see, here come more. Blink strike with a warrior or an assassin does wonders catching up to these guys. Just because it can close a distance. Warrior struggling a little bit, but I wish there was a lock on. That's my only thing with the combat is you can swing and you can whiff your attacks pretty hard sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I can dart around too with my arrows. As a pawn would say, I'll turn you into a pincushion. Some of them do actually say that. There we go. Okay, as you can see, day's breaking, so we want to get down here quick because this is a bandit area in the daytime, and there's a whole bunch of them behind us. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna eat some sour scrag for stamina, which these guys conveniently drop. Remember I said you could ruin your pawn by looting in battle? Try to avoid that. I'm watching for her to put away her hammer before I try to do that. Sometimes they run away, she puts away her hammer, and then they come right back. But you can fix your pawn, so it's not a permanent ruin. And I will definitely show you how to do that here in a little bit. That'll be its own episode. It'll be a little bit farther off. Okay, hammers away, loot away. So basically, I'm just picking up this stuff for sell it, but you are going to probably run into a few more wolf packs before we get there. Okay, there's that one down. You can see that's running away. Triad shot's a really good skill for an archer. It fires 3 arrows in a wedge pattern, and threefold arrow is pretty good too. Fires 3 arrows in a tight pattern, and yes, that does mean triple damage. Okay, so we're just gonna run, ignore the rest of the wolves. And we are in the Mistwood now. The Witchwood, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to exit out real quick, and then I'm going to enter back in. So Quinna was right there, as you saw. So give me just a second. Okay. So we're going to re-enter. So Quinna should be just down here.
Oh, what are you doing? You came searching for me? Forgive me. I would never wish to worry you. But I had to come. A witch walks these woods, one who understands the language of the dragon. If I may find her, I will beg her aid in healing your wound. Will you accompany me? This fog bodes ill. I would walk easier with you at my side.
Okay, so now this turned into an escort quest. So let's do our best to keep her alive. These guys are an excellent source for back fat and spoiled meat. So you can use them for lantern oil. Rabbits are just a good source for rabbit pelts and easy experience. You can see there's this foggy thing here. So if we hit that, the fog will disappear off our map.
I now know why they mean this forest Witchwood, and not just after.
Okay, so now we can see. As you can see, Quinna is damaged. It's another good reason to bring a mage, but it's not necessary. Accidentally killed a rabbit. Whoops. Okay, so there will most likely be wolf ambushes here. Okay, just be careful. Move slow. Make sure Quinna gets there safe. You see they spawned out of nowhere, but they're scripted ambushes. Quinna is a mage, so she can heal herself, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. So if she gets too low, she'll heal herself.
This fog confounds me. Is it always so in these woods?
Okay, as you can see, this place is a great source for mushrooms.
To block our path.
If we went down this path here, we could, that's kind of a shortcut through another area. Let me grab this mushroom real quick. So we can, instead of going straight down this path here at the split, we can go down into the riverbed down here. We can take this path down here and we can follow it all the way around, and it's going to loop around and pop out over here. There is a big gold bag in there, and there is a treasure chest that can contain a spell bow and something else. I forget what it is, but these rusted weapon piles can also contain weapons and rusted armor. Rusted weapons seem really weak, but they're actually pretty, if you upgrade them to full, they're pretty useful because they inflict torpor, which is the equivalent to slow. So they'll be slow for about maybe 15 seconds. I mean, and they're slow. Like, you can just wail on them and there's nothing they can do. Okay. So spiders, they inflict slow, so watch out for them. Spider venom, you can sell it or you can use it to make poison arrows. Poison is not really that effective in this game, sad to say. Okay, so I'm going to pick up a few plants along the way. I think these ones heal me. Okay, she's going to heal me. I'll call for help. Maybe she'll cast a heal. Uh-oh, she's in combat. You gotta be really careful with wolves. Sometimes they just linger, and this is like, come on. See, I didn't even know she was getting attacked, and
It's been an age since the witch.
here's a whole bunch of spiders. I probably could hear it, but with my recording setup, I don't hear it until after I'm finished recording. So I still need to figure that part out. So you can get some more mushrooms there. Okay, we're going to wrap around here and go up over this stump. And then there's a big gold bag and some mushrooms. Beautiful. Okay, as you can see, there is another of those spooky floating things that cause mist. Another part of the map unlocked. And then we're going to have another wolf ambush. So I'm going to try to stay over this way. Make sure she comes with me. Looks like Emma's chasing one down. Pretty hardcore. Okay, you still with me? I see spiders, but I'm not going to mess with spiders. You just walk away from them and they can't hurt you. There's another wolf, though. That can hurt us. Okay, so that cottage right there, that's the witch's house. There are healing items off to the side. There's like carrots and lettuce and stuff, and there are quite a few treasure chests in the woods here. There's even some over here. There's some up there. If you went back up the path, there's some up here. Some down in these cracks. But there's treasure everywhere. I bet you there's 5 to 10 chests in here. If you ever see a nest in the wild, try to break it. If you can get an egg out of here. So an egg. Let me see if I can land on this. Okay, egg, perfect. You keep an egg in the Arisen's inventory, meaning yours, for 3 days. It'll turn into a golden egg, and then you preserve it with an airtight flask. Then that is one of the best heals in the game. It recovers stamina and it recovers health, and it recovers quite a bit. They're pretty rare.
Begging your pardon, but we seek the witch of these woods. Oh? A great and aged woman? Perhaps you might have seen her?
The witch? You seek grandmother?
Your grandmother? Yes. Where might we find her? I would ask her aid in a dire matter.
She is dead. She died, as all must.
Oh. What of you then? Know you aught of the dragon? Can you read the worm speak?
Gran told me. The faith knows. It cloaks the dragon, cloaks the truth. Those who search for truth outside the faith are branded heretic.
So your grandmother told you naught of the dragon, that the faith might leave you be?
Yes.
Then it seems we must turn to the faith if we are to learn more. You have our thanks. We'll leave you in peace to return to our village.
Okay, so she is going to run back to the village. We'll follow her to the village. Go ahead and loot everything that's not nailed down. There's another pickaxe. Herbs. Now she does, she makes ale, So if you give her
Might I?
if you give her herbs, she'll make ale
Smoke
for you.
said not to speak with you, with people from beyond the wood. Herbs? Ah, for brewing. Very well. Here.
Okay, so you can come back to her as many times as you want. We're gonna do just a little bit of looting around here, not in the Witchwood itself. We can come back later, and these chests do respawn. As you can see, there's another one down there. Circle it. So that was a piece of equipment. This rock looks awfully strange, and that's because it is. It's a golem. That was really weird. Okay, so we need to go back to Cassardus and talk to her father, the village chief Adaro, to complete this quest. And it's very important that you complete this quest before Lure of the Abyss, or the quest will automatically fail. And this sets in motion a chain of quests with Quinna that gets you one of the best experience multipliers in the game. Probably the best. Okay, treasure chest up here. We're gonna turn the lantern off. Okay, Cassardus is just over there. See, another treasure here. I'm not gonna worry about that for now. You can't get back up there without going through the whole Witchwood again. That's why when we come back later, we will put a port crystal there. That way we don't have to walk there again. And ideally, you can put a port crystal on that ledge and then just enter it back right there. But there's an area before the Witchwood that is useful too. Okay, so there's a Adaro right there. I'm just going to speed through his stuff. Okay, so now that we have that quest complete, we can go back to Grand Soren, and I'm gonna point out one or two people, and before we call it a day on this episode, if I have time. Okay, so this guy right here, his son has died, and you can accept his quest, and if you make a wake stone, you can use it to revive him. So we can do that one. He gives you, I think, a 1/3 or 2/3 of the wake stone, and we just have to find another. Easy quest, wake stones, they're everywhere. Okay, there is another dude right here named Stefan. He's looking for a tome of Salamet, and if you help him and give him the tome, then he will help you with a boss fight. And it's optional if you give him the real one or not. So we're gonna head down into the slums here. I have a feeling that's where both NPCs are. Sorry guys, sorry. Now I'm going at breakneck speeds. Okay, so this is a sign for the Black Cat. This is your DLC vendor. He sells DLC weapons as well as he does forgeries. He can forge every item in the game for a price. There are some that don't work. Those include port crystals and fairy stones. But if you have materials, that does work. If you have quest items, those also work. Documents, food, and they're perfect copies, so they're fully functional. Some of the quest items are not functional. That's Mason. We'll be visiting him in a minute.
Hear ye, hear ye! The Duke's brave and
So we're gonna go up. Okay, so this is Fornival. I'm going to not get approached by Fornival. What he does is he has a quest for us, a quest line, and we can get nope. Don't approach us. There we go. So he has a quest line that will get us the gold idol, which we can give to a blacksmith to get some of the best weapons in the game. If he's not here, he's at the Black Cat. He also sells items, which we will approach him to buy items. He sells the Pilgrim's Charm, which is an experience booster. He sells Conqueror's Periapts that are a strength booster. He sells Demon's Periapts, which are magic attack boosters, and he sells them in infinite quantities. He sells the, I can't remember what it's called, but it makes enemies drop more money. He sells a one-shot arrow called the Maker's Finger. You can only hold one at a time, but you can buy infinite amounts. You can't store them. You have to buy it and then go shoot it and then come back and buy another one. And that can one-shot anything in the game. So those are the major NPCs that I wanted to show you here. Once we do another quest involving Mason, then we are going to be able to set up Madeline's shop. I think here is a good part to leave off at. We are going to go down and complete Lure of the Abyss in our next episode. I'll have that out shortly. Thank you guys so much. If this entertains you, if this helped you, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll have the next video out shortly. Thank you guys so much, and see you soon.